record this? Okay. So what we're gonna do today is, well, I hope you had a good day yesterday. Well, and you and I already did the homework together, so we won't go over it. And then we'll review the vocabulary list that we went over yesterday. We will review to and Usted, which we went over yesterday. You seem to have a pretty good understanding of that. I'll introduce Ustedes to you, which is and we'll start with vocabulary list number 2. So we have the first part of the first vocabulary list is it's the saludos, which is greetings, and that is on page 11 of the textbook. And we went through these yesterday, but we'll go through them again just to make sure you understand them. So we have hola, which is hi or hello. Buenos dias, which is good morning. Buenas tardes, which is good afternoon. Buenas noches, which is good night or good evening, either one. Don't worry too much about number 5. Number 6 is ¿qué tal?, which is like how's it going or what's up, things like that. ¿Cómo está? Is how are you, which is the formal way of saying it, which we went over that. Number 8 is ¿cómo estás?, which is how are you, which is the informal way. And we have ¿cómo te va?, which is like how's it going, what's up. And number 6 and number 9 are kind of the same thing. Okay. Okay, so and then we have the second part of the vocabulary list, which is like responses when somebody asks you, how are you, or things like that. And that's also on the same page. So then the first one is muy bien, which is very good. Number 2 is todo bien, which is like all good. 3 is más o menos, and that's just like so-so, like you're just okay. 4 is así, and that's the same way, so. 5 is muy mal, which is very bad. 6 is y tú, which is like and you, which is again informal. And 7 is y usted, which is and you, and that's the formal way of saying it. 8 is gracias, which is thank you. Obviously, we know that one. And number 9 is de nada, which is you're welcome. And the last one is lo siento, which means I'm sorry. Okay, are you okay with that? Do you have any questions?
No, I'm gonna probably do all of that, like copy that down.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Oop.
We can continue though.
Okay.
You said everything is on Google Classroom. I guess you're the only person that do Google Classroom, because yesterday I was trying to do that with the math teacher and she said we don't even do Google Classroom. I was like, huh?
Yeah, they usually I don't know what everybody else is using. I know that usually the teachers use something called Summit Learning, but I think that we all agreed that we're not using that this term. So I'm not sure. I don't know if they're using anything. I'm not sure, but I figured that it was easier to just use Google Classroom because that way you have a place where like everything is.
Right.
Thought that would be easier. Did you ask your math teacher if she has like somewhere where she puts everything?
No, I didn't ask.
Yeah, I would see if she does, because I would think she probably has something set up, and that way you'll have it. But I can ask her too if you'd like me to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then the last part of the first vocabulary list is despedidas, which is farewells, like ways of saying goodbye. So
I said that word.
despedidas.
Despedida.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's pretty much like in Spanish, the way that things are spelled is kind of the way that they sound. So that might help you out a little bit. Like if you weren't sure how to say this, you could pretty much sound it out and you'd pretty much, get close to it. A lot of times in Spanish, things are spelled exactly. I mean, they sound exactly as they're spelled. So, but after we go through all of this, I think tomorrow I have a section on like the alphabet and things like that. So we'll go over that, and that'll help you like be able to pronounce things better.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is the last section of the first vocabulary list. We have adios, which is goodbye. Hasta pronto, which is see you soon. Hasta luego, which is see you later. Hasta mañana is see you tomorrow. Hasta, and then you would put a day of the week in. It would be see you on that day of the week. Ciao is bye. Nos vemos is see you, or like see you later, something like that. Cuídate is take care. Que te vaya bien or que le vaya bien is have a good day. And the te, like we talked about before, is the informal, and the le is formal. And then the last one is gracias igualmente, which is thanks, you too.
Okay.
Are you okay with these?
I'm gonna get used to it more and more and more, but yeah.
Okay, good. And then I figured I would just do a review on tu and usted, because that way just go over it one more time. So like I said, we have more than one way to say you in Spanish. And we said that tu is the informal way and usted is the formal way. And like I have here, all like countries and regions are different. Some are more formal than others, but like no one will be offended if you call them tu instead of usted, especially like since you're still learning. So like I said, tu isn't disrespectful, it's just less formal. And then we're going to use tu when referring to friends, family, pets, people you're close to or familiar with. And I would use usted when referring to like formal occasions, your boss, your manager, a judge, a teacher, a doctor, people like that, things like that. Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I figured I would go over introducing ustedes. So ustedes is another way of saying you in Spanish, but it's different than tu and usted. Ustedes is the plural form of you. So you use ustedes when you're talking to more than one person. So it's like you guys or y'all. You know what I mean? Like more than one person. And like I have here, it doesn't matter if the situation is formal or informal. When you're talking to more than one person, you always use ustedes. Like when you're talking to like, a group of people.
Ustedes.
Yep. Yep. And like I have here in Spain, they have a different word for you guys. They use vosotros, but I said don't worry about that one too much because it's hardly ever used here in the United States. It's mostly used in Spain and some areas of Argentina. So I'm not even gonna worry about that one. So just focus on tu, usted, and ustedes. So and then so then I have this here. So, and then this is, so they're going to give you like a person here, and you're going to pick whether you're going to call them tu, usted, or ustedes. And if it's vosotros, I'll do that one because I know we didn't really go over that too much. So if you're talking to your amiga Anita, like your friend Anita, what would you call her?
Ustedes.
It would
Ustedes.
be tu, right? Because she's your
Oh,
friend, right?
wait.
Yeah.
Auntie, like, oh yeah, too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
That's okay. Okay, so this is your cat, Gatito. That's his name. What would you use to refer to your cat?
My cat.
Mm-hmm. If you're talking to your cat.
Can I say 3?
Number 3?
Mm-hmm.
It would actually be 2.
Wait, but I thought 2 means like just like people, family.
Two is for, let me see here. I have it right here. Oh, that's not it. So I have here, use to when referring to like your friends, your family. I have pets here and people that you're
I
close
didn't see
to.
that.
Oh no, that's okay. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, friends, family, pets, people you close to. Okay.
So that one would be two. If mi hermana is my sister, what do you think you would call her?
Two.
This one is my daughter.
Two.
What about your tax accountant? Like somebody who does your taxes.
Basically YouTube.
What was that?
YouTube.
Usted?
When you said, I'm sorry. You
No,
said
that's okay. That's all right. Like I said, we're still learning this. Okay, this is the Spain one, so I'll do that. And this is the parents of your boyfriend's parents.
you Usted.
And remember, we're going to use ustedes because there's only one person, right? And then that's a Spain. Oh, okay, and then my dog hears your dog barking and he's looking at me. But
yeah, mine's too.
No, that's okay. My dog hears your dog barking and he's like, "What's that?" But what about your little sister? No.
Usted.
Your little sister, what do you think?
I'm gonna say two.
Yep. Baxter, stop it. Okay, what about your Spanish teacher?
Yes, my Spanish teacher. I'm gonna say Usted.
What about Mr. and Mrs. Muñez? Like more than one person?
Ustedes.
Yep. What about your mom and your aunt?
I'm gonna say I was about to say Ustedes.
Yep. Okay, that's another Spain one. What about a childhood friend?
Two.
What if this is another? Okay, that's really know how they do it in Argentina, but okay, so this is Paco and Miguel, and they're two students in your Spanish class.
Ustedes.
What about a waiter?
A waiter. Usted.
Yep. Okay, and that is Spain. What about someone you don't know?
I'm gonna say three. Vosotros. That's how you said it.
You vosotros. Yep. And remember, we only use that one in like Spain or Argentina. So like I said, don't even worry about that one too much. Just pick
just them. Okay, I'm gonna say Usted.
Yep. And then what about Dr. Morales? So a doctor.
Basically, Usted.
And my friend's grandparents.
Two.
Remember, there's more than one person.
Ustedes.
Yep. What about your dentist?
My dentist, like a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Usted.
Yep. Okay. What about people in a business meeting?
Usted.
And remember, we're gonna do ustedes because it's more than one person.
Oh. Okay.
What about your grandparents?
Two.
Remember, more than one person. You're talking to both.
Ustedes.
Yep. Yeah, just remember when it's more than one person, you always use ustedes.
Okay.
What about a police officer?
Usted.
Uh-huh. What about your friend?
You just friend or friends?
It's just a friend. Yep, just one friend.
2.
Uh-huh. What about like a taxi driver?
Usted.
Mm-hmm. What about Mr. and Mrs. Perez?
Ustedes.
Uh-huh. What about a child?
You 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this is the Spain one, so I'll do that. What about the dog?
I'm gonna say 2.
Mm-hmm. What about like a director?
I'm gonna say Usted.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about like your elderly neighbor?
Usted.
Mm-hmm. What about your girlfriend?
2.
Mm-hmm. What about the aunt and the uncle of your friend?
Ustedes.
Mm-hmm. What about your boss?
Usted.
Mm-hmm. What about your lawyer?
Usted.
Mm-hmm. And that is that. And what about your boyfriend and his friends?
Ustedes.
Mm-hmm. And this is another Spain one. Okay, yay, so we did good. So I think that you have a pretty good grasp of that.
I feel like Spanish is easy for me if I had like that. But it's like I'm the only one that be in the classroom, so if
Yeah,
people start coming, I feel like I'm gonna probably be teaching them a little lesson.
yeah, well, I mean, you definitely will probably know more than other people because a lot of people haven't come and things like that, but definitely I appreciate that you come.
My day was just there though, cause remember the first day I couldn't come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did have a couple of people here the first day, but like I said, since then it's only been you. But that's okay. Because we're just and do you know about the YouTube channel?
What YouTube channel?
There's a Yes Philly YouTube channel that I put like when I record the lessons like I'm doing right now, I actually put the videos of the lessons onto the YouTube channel. So if for some reason you feel like you want to review the class or you have to miss a day for whatever reason, it's on the YouTube channel so you can watch like exactly what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then, so this is just the second vocabulary list, and it's like introductions, and it's on page 15. Like I said, I know I've been giving a lot of vocabulary, but it's okay if you don't know these by heart because they are on the, the Google Classroom and everything else. So this is just kind of to get you familiar with some words and things like that. So, and this is, I think this is the only page. Yeah. Yeah. So this is like the only page of like the introductions. So the first one is Como te llamas, which is what's your name? And that's the informal one. And Como se llama is the formal way to say what's your name. Oh, sorry. And then me llamo is my name is, and then you would say your name. You could also say mi nombre es, which is my name is, and then your name. And there's another way to say it. You could say soy, your name. and that would mean I am your name. And then mucho gusto is nice to meet you. Encantado or encantada is nice to meet you. I'll go over this in more detail a little bit later on, but encantado, when it ends in an O, is when you're talking to a man. Encantada is when you're talking to a woman. It ends in an A. Don't worry about that too much for now, but like I said, we'll go over that a little bit more. But igualmente is same to you. Bienvenido, bienvenida, bienvenidos, bienvenidas. It really depends on who you're talking to, but I would just focus on bienvenido for now, which means welcome. Like I said, there's a lot of like things that we didn't go over yet too much, but that's okay. It's just to get you familiar with it. Give me 1 second here. I have to. Give me 1 second.
It's okay.
Okay. So, and then like if you would say for this one, te presento a, and then someone's name, you would say, let me introduce you to whoever. And this is just, te is the formal, lay is the, te is the informal, lay is the formal, and lace is like the more than one person. But like I said, don't worry about that too much. We didn't go over that a whole lot. De donde eres is where are you from? Soy de, and then the place would be I am from wherever you're from. And then I'm sure you know these ones. We have senor is Mr., senora is Mrs., and senorita is like Miss, or like they say that it's like someone who's not married, but a lot of people use it for like younger people. And then profesor is a male teacher, and profesora is a female teacher. So I know, like I said, we didn't go over that too much, so don't worry like a whole lot about that, but
Okay.
And then I had some practice here, especially since it's just you and me. It'll help you get some practice with like pronunciation and things like that. So I figured we could do that. Let me bring up the book here. And since it's just us, it should be, I have to find the right page. Okay, so it says, I was gonna do these for homework, but then I was like, nah, like this is just easier to do in class. So for this one, it's asking you how you would respond. So you would give an appropriate like response for each of the greetings or goodbyes below. So just tell me what you think about this. So if I said hola to you, what would you say back? What do you think?
Hola.
Yeah, that would be fine.
What's called? I forgot what it's called.
Do you want me to
Hi back.
Yeah, hola is hi, so you could say that. I'll actually.
But like, why you want me to say like a Spanish way?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I mean, you said hola, so I mean, hola is a completely fine response to someone saying hola. And I can bring up the vocabulary list and everything like that if you need it. Any of these are good. So, like, and if someone said hasta luego to you, that means see you later. What would you say back to them? What do you think?
Hasta
mañana?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a fine response. Like I said, there's plenty of responses that would be okay. So this is just kind of to get you used to like the vocabulary and things like that. So if someone asks you, ¿Cómo estás? What would you say? Let me bring up that.
What at?
¿Cómo estás is right here.
So
So
are you?
So how would you respond to that? What do you think? I have the responses up.
How are you? I'm good. So that's what I'm saying. Like, right? It's like, oh my God. Oh. Number one.
Yeah, you could say muy bien. You could say bien. Yeah, pretty much any of these, like 1 through 5, would be appropriate responses. So like I said, there's not like one correct answer. It's kind of, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So if someone said to you, if you said like "Cómo estás?" and they said "muy mal," how would you respond to that? They said that they're very bad. What do you think you'd say? I would say this one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. Yep.
Lo siento. I don't know how to say that.
That's okay. Siento.
Siento.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Siento.
Lo siento.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then if
I
someone,
need to learn how to pronounce these words completely
okay,
correct.
we can go through the vocabulary again, and you can like say it after me if you'd like.
Siento.
Mm-hmm.
Lo siento. Acento.
Siento.
Acento. I don't know how to say that
No,
last word.
that's okay. I can actually, so it would be pronounced something like this. Let me just write it down. Like this is gonna be, and then it would be like C, and then ent. Oh.
Siento. Oh.
Yeah. Hmm?
Siento. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like that. And then, okay, so let's just do the last one here. So if someone would ask you "qué tal?", which means, see here, it means like "how's it going?" or "what's up?" What would you say to them?
Okay. So I'm gonna say, and you 7?
Yeah.
No. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Huh? You would say,
So you said why you said that?
what was that?
I mean, my bad. Yeah, number 7. You just said.
Yeah, you could say that. If someone asked you like, "Oh, like what's up? How's it going?" You could say, "Oh," you could say "muy bien, y tú." That would be like, "I'm really good. How are you?"
Okay.
Okay? All right. Let me see. Okay, and then I was gonna do this one too. But did you want to go through the vocabulary, or do you think that, or would you rather do another activity?
Um, I was gonna learn. I was trying to learn how to say these words.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
trying because my vocabulary. I'm trying to like really work on my vocabulary and
Yeah, that's
learn how
fine.
to learn how to at least say big words completely.
Yeah,
And
we can do that.
definitely with Spanish, definitely in that Spanish ways.
Okay, sure. So do you want to start with like the first vocabulary list?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you just want me to say it and then you can say
Or
it
I
afterwards?
know how to say hola.
Uh-huh.
Hola. Hola.
Yep.
Now, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
How you say that word?
Buenos días.
Be you said what?
Buenos
Buenos
días.
dias.
Yep. And then for number 3, we have buenas.
Is it Binas?
Buenas.
Grenas.
Buenas.
Grenas.
Tardes.
Tardes.
Yep. For,
Grenas tardes.
yep. For number 4, we have buenas
Grenas
noches.
noches. Noches.
Yep. And then
Grenas.
number 5, don't worry about that. For number 6, we have ¿qué tal?
¿Qué tal?
Yep.
¿Qué tal?
For number 7,
¿Cómo está?
¿cómo es?
¿Cómo está?
Yep. And for number 8, we have ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Yep. For number 9, we have ¿cómo te va?
¿Cómo te va?
Yep.
¿Cómo te va?
And then for the second one, we have muy bien.
Muy bien.
Uh-huh. For
Muy bien.
number 2, it's todo bien.
Todo bien.
Yep. Number 3 is más o menos.
Más o menos.
Yep. For number 4, it's así, así.
Así.
Yep. 5 is muy mal.
Mal.
Yep. 6 is y tú.
Y tú.
Yep. 7 is y usted.
Y usted.
Yep. 8 is gracias.
Gracias.
9 is de nada.
De nada.
And 10 is lo siento.
Lo siento.
Yep. And then we have adios.
Adios.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yep. And 2 is hasta pronto.
Hasta pronto.
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 Yep.
Pronto.
3 is hasta luego.
Hasta aleo.
Luego. Let me write it out for you. So it would be like
No.
like a luego. Uh-huh.
Like, so luego.
Yep. Yep, that's right.
Luego.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Okay. And then for 4, it's hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.
Yep. And then number 5 is just hasta, which you know that one, and then the day of the week. 6 is ciao.
Ciao.
Yep. 7 is nos vemos.
Nos vemos.
Yep. 8 is cuídate.
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 Yep. 9 is
Cuídate.
what was that?
I was trying to say it.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
Why? I mean, I say cuídate.
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 Yep, there you go.
Cuídate. Okay.
Okay. Number 9 is que te vaya bien.
Bien.
Yep. And then the other way to say it is que le vaya bien.
Vaya bien.
Yep. And then 10 is gracias.
Gracias.
Igualmente.
Igualmente.
Igualmente. Yep.
Igualmente.
Yep, there it is. Okay. And then over that. And then do you want to do the second vocabulary list too?
Sure.
Okay. So for the first one, we have como
Como
te llamas.
te llamas.
Yep. For number 2, it's como.
But you know, if you never said that before, I would have thought it's like como te llamas.
Yeah. And like I said, I think that probably tomorrow I'm thinking we're going to go over the alphabet, because the Spanish alphabet is a little bit different than the English one. Like the 2 L's right here, that actually is like a letter in the Spanish alphabet, and I'll go over like the sounds like that all the letters make and things like that. But like that double L makes like a Y sound. So we'll go over that tomorrow. I think let me see. I think I have the alphabet scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah, I do.
You know that words of the letter or the it's like when you push the button it will say it for you. You should get that.
Which one is it?
Yeah, like
What's it called?
like you know, like for example, like Google. If somebody be like search up a word, it will pop up and it will say it will have a little voice thing, and you click it, and it will say it for you.
I know.
Like,
I use this one a lot. This is like a Spanish dictionary website, so let me think. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put that word in, and then usually, yeah, it'll say it to you. Let's see.
Llamas.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you push like if you go on this website, I actually use this one a lot. It's really good. This is where I get like a lot of like the exercises and stuff from. It'll bring it down here and it'll say this.
Llamas.
Did you hear? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. So
Llamas.
yeah. So I know that you can do it on here, and I think you can do it on Google too. I think you can. Let me see. I think it works on here. So let's see.
Llamas.
Yeah, it works on Google Translate too. So if you like type something into Google Translate isn't always the most accurate thing in the world, but if you like type in a word and you don't know how to say it and you push like the little sound button, it will tell you how to say it. That part is accurate, but like a lot of like the things that Google Translate translates aren't like correct, but yeah, definitely if you need to like listen to it, you could type it into that Spanish dictionary website that I gave you, or even Google Translate.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the Spanish would probably be better.
Yeah, I actually do you want me to send you a link in the chat to that website?
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Okay, let me type it in. So did you want to keep going over like how to pronounce these?
I mean, I probably can try
Okay.
later on or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me see what else we're gonna do. Let me see if I can. And then, like I said, this vocabulary list right here is on page 15 in the book. It's right here. They don't have the English here for some reason, but I do have them on here. So, and I am gonna write up a Word document with all of the vocabulary and stuff on it and put it on Google Classroom so it's easier. I'm probably gonna do that today.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, so we won't do this one. All right, we can just do this one and then we'll be good. So this is going to use, and we'll do this together. This is going to use like this vocabulary, the second one that we went over. And I think it's also going to use the first one too, but I'll definitely help you and stuff with this because it's only us. And this will help you with like pronunciation and things like that. So it says read the, and we'll do this one and then we can be done. So it says read the following dialogues and fill in the blanks with the appropriate phrases from our vocabulary. So remember, we have this stuff and then the things that we went over before. So we can keep going back to it if we need to look at what we want to say. So it says in this conversation, two professional acquaintances run into each other. One introduces a colleague to the other one. Okay. So the first one we have is Senora Garcia. So she says, Buenos dias, Senor Hernandez. So that means like good morning, Mr. Hernandez. And then he responds to her. What do you think he would say? She says, good morning. What do you think he would say?
Good explanation. Hold on, cause you reading something? Why you read something out? I wish I can show you, but I don't see the problem.
Is it because let me see. Is it because you don't have the vocabulary up? Is that what you need?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this one, she says, "Good morning, Mr. Hernandez." And he says something, and then he says, "How are you?" What do you think he would say to her?
Good morning. So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
okay, so when she said good morning,
Uh-huh.
he would say good afternoon.
Well, it's probably
No.
Mhm.
No, because good morning, good afternoon is different.
He would probably say good morning back, right?
Yeah, good morning, back.
Yep. So he would probably say buenos dias. ¿Cómo está usted? Which is good morning. How are you? And then she says to him, muy bien, gracias. Very good. Thank you. And she says, y. So she's probably gonna say, and you. So what word would she put in here? And it's a word for you. Like, and you.
Yeah, and you.
Mm-hmm. So she say, y usted, right? Yep. So she'd be like, y usted. That means and you. And then he would say, and then he responds to her, Senor Hernandez, he says, and he's responding to end you. So he would probably say something like, muy bien, right? Very good, thank you. Right? And then he would say, Senora Garcia, I want to introduce you to my colleague Alonso. And then she would say to him, probably nice to meet you, right? So that would be, oh, I think I have them down here. So then she would probably say, let me see, mucho gusto, right? Nice. Yeah. And then he would probably say it back. So he would probably say mucho gusto, or he could say encantado, which is nice to meet you, right?
Yeah.
So he would probably say one of those. And then she pretty much says, I have to go now, bye. And then there's two, Mr. Alonso and Mr. Hernandez. They would both just say bye. They would probably say adios, or let me see. Oh, that would be up here. So I know this was kind of confusing, but they would probably say like adios, goodbye, hasta pronto, see you soon. They could say hasta luego, see you later. They could say see you tomorrow. There's plenty of different things that they could say. So I know like this stuff is kind of difficult. That's why I wanted to do it together. But that, and then we won't even do this one. Yeah. Okay. So does the vocabulary and stuff make sense?
It do make sense.
Okay.
To me, it kind of makes sense. And just kind of like, it's different type of goodbyes and later, see you later type.
Yeah, and I know like definitely like the different ways to say goodbye and how are you and things like that. A lot of those words are like interchangeable. Like you could say like they both mean the same thing. So you could say them, interchangeably. Like for number 6, it says "Que tal," which means how's it going or what's up. For number 9, it says how's it going for "Como te va." Like you could say either one of those. So it's not real, you know what I mean? It's not really like you don't have to say a specific thing. Like they both mean the same thing. So either one, you could say either one. Okay. So, and I was actually gonna have you guys like work together to do those, but it was only us, so that's okay. But so I have on here, and I do have a homework assignment that was due for tomorrow. That was the two and Usted one, but you and I did that together, so you don't have to worry about that one. You're done. I gave you the credit for it. We did that yesterday. So if it's just you and me to get again, we probably won't review it because we already went through it together. We'll probably review the two Usted and Ustedes just to go over that one more time. We'll review the second vocabulary list, this one that I gave you today. and I'll go over the first one again if you think that you need it. And then there's an activity that I want to do in the book, so we'll do that. And then I'll like start the introduction to the alphabet. Let me see. We just give you one example of what we're doing. So like I think we're gonna do like this tomorrow, which we'll do that together. And then I'm looking for the, okay, yeah, and this is the alphabet right here, which this looks really confusing, but I'll break it down for you and it'll be easier. So do you have any questions or anything?
No, I really don't got no questions.
Okay, let me stop recording.